Okay guys, let's quickly look at this one. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get the printout on this particular one. So this is isometric drawing. We are given 3 views, so the complete 3 views, you understand? So according to that symbol, this is the first orthographic projection symbol, which means that's gonna be your front, your left, and your top. So even the question is not, I think it was saying figure so and so shows an example of a guide block. Please do not copy these views, but draw this blah 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 on a view. I think that one is saying view of the block to scale 1:1. You understand? But then was my sister, you just send it to me, this one exactly cut it like this. But then what is very much important here is the scale. Okay, they are saying draw it according to which scale and the projection symbol. So the scale 1:1. So even the dimension, I will try to get them clearly. So let's start. So in isometric, you start with the horizontal construction line like this, out of dimension, isn't it? Then I'll followed by another one that is perpendicular against it, just a little bit like this. Then where they are perpendicular to each other, that's when I can put this one. Remember that it's always running your t-square on its your t-square must always run along your drawing table, isn't it? Attached, flashing like this, not like this, not like this. Understand? So that this square must be always running along your t-square, whereas your t-square fixed to your drawing table. Understand? If you are using a drawing board, your t-square must be always running along that junction of it. It's supposed to be always there, so that this square can relax on top of your square. So I'll flash it down my t-square, and then my set square, I open angle 30 degrees clockwise. So where they're perpendicular to each other, I'm gonna get this line, faint, and then I am getting this one, faint. So isometric, that's how you start to draw your isometric. Okay, so let me bring back my question. Are they talking about any point being the lowest point there? No, they are not. Okay, so this is my front, this is my what, this is my right, not right, my left, isn't it? So which means I have to get a shape that is like this way, right on this position, this position. I must be trying by all means to get a shape on this position, which is going to be my left view. You understand? So what separates left from right here is the vertical center line. You understand? So again, on this side, I must try by all means to get a shape of this nature. This shape, I have to get it away on this side, of which they said is is your front view. You understand? So that's how you have to approach a first angle orthographic projection as a isometric. Okay, so now I can start with what? So which means with all the dimensions that I'm gonna record them right from my left, they must be correlated this side. You understand? All the dimension from my front, they must be correlated this side. And you must know that the front as well as the top, it will always share the same length. So if I'm looking for a dimension going horizontal, I don't see it there in my front view, which means I can go to my top. For instance, from here to there, you see I'm pointing it away. I'm pointing on the front view. So from here till here, it seems to be missing. So I can retrieve that dimension right from my top, because this is front, this is top, this is left. So all the dimension behaving horizontal, they will be sharing the both, they will be sharing the same dimension altogether. So the front as well as the left, they will always share the same height. You understand? So the left as well as the top, they will always share the same breadth or width altogether. So I can start how? I can start with my left, which is 40. From here till there, I now come and record the 40 millimeter using scale 1:1, and it's solid. I can see it's solid, so I can draw it up from here till right there. There is the 40 engine, isn't it? Once I reach 40, what do I see? Now I see what a vertical line going up, so which is going to be this one, just a little bit faint, and then up till way with a what, with a thickness of, or with a height thickness of 20. So do you see that it's not here the 20, it's not here the 20. I'm actually reading the 20 from my front. So like as I've said, that the front as well as the left, they'll always share the same height. So it's 20 millimeter. So this 20, I can record it from here. There's my 20 till here. You understand? Then from there, I can simply do what now? Take this ruler and have a constructional line going this side. Then I draw it down from here to right there. From here to right here. That's my 20. So in other ways, I've already gotten this. Right. And then from here till here is how much? Is 40. Let me get to the center of it. The center of it, which is 20. There's the 20, and then I project it vertically up. You understand? So these lines, I don't need them this much long now. These ones and this one, I can erase them before they disturb me. I can erase you, I can remove you. Okay, so from there, now I'll take this point at an angle of 30 anti-clockwise. Take the center. This one I'll draw it a little bit faint for now. The center. Then I also take this point like this. So now do you see that I'm going towards my what? My front view. So which means in the question, you can now come and bring it the question. What is the length of it? That's it, it's 110. So from here till here is 110. And double check what is this one. What is that one? Remember, is your top. You are now viewing it on the top. You can actually see that the 110 is a little bit. There is a dimension that is a little bit going further beyond where your starting point and further beyond you at the end of your 110 angle. So that one is that diameter 120. So remember, we are starting it from bottom. We're starting at the base. The base of it is of a length of 110. So get it. So zero is my zero. So 100, 120. I'm looking for 110, which is this one, and I can draw it from here till here. Then what is the half of it? Get the half of it, which is what? Which is 55. 110 divided by 2 is 55. Then from there, I'll also get its center. Then and have this one solid, and I can come back and have this one dark now and get the center of it just a little bit faint for now. This one, have it faint. So it's very much important to let this one to be faint and let this one to be faint. Understand? For now, very much important to understand that. Okay, so after this, bring back my question. What is happening now? Okay, so from here till here seems to be not given, right? So where your 20 ends, they said to go up with what? With 90. Go up with 90. So now the 90 millimeter, that's where the trick of this one lies actually. So come and record this 90 millimeter right from this top part of your base. So this one, where this center and this one, they are colliding each other. So go up with the constructional line. Go up, just faint like this. Too close. You have to be careful. This thing of throwing during the night. Okay. So it's what is 90. So I'll come and record the 90. This is the 90. So I mark 80. Understand? So from here till is the 90 millimeter. Then once I get the 90, what am I gonna do now? Then I can even erase now because I've already gotten, there's the 90, isn't it? So if it's further going up, I can erase it. Just erase it up to where your 90 is ending. So now at that 90, I can draw this center line. Draw it a little bit long, a little bit long, a little bit long. The center line. And then, which is the same as that one, isn't it? And draw this one. That goes like this. Okay. So once I have that, bring back my microphone. Okay, it's of a thickness of what? Of 30 millimeter. It's actually of a thickness of 30 millimeter. What is so the center, I'm gonna say 15 this side. Remember they say use a scale 1 is to 1. Right. So I'm gonna say 30 and 0 because my half is 15, isn't it? There it is. Then from there I'm gonna have a constructional line that's going to behave like this, and another one that's gonna behave like that. Everyone. Then from there, what is going to happen now? Bring back my question. So we are going to be advisable to start with what? Let me double check. From here till here is the 90, isn't it? It's the 90. So there is a diameter 120, and that 90 is actually ending at the center. Okay, let's go up, which means we're right before. Go up like this, just like this for now. Okay, it's just a little bit, and then at this one, remember that from here till here is what is 15. From here till here is what is 15 again. So this one is the one that is going to be the outer center line. The outer center line. This one. Outer center line. So that one actually is going to be at the back. So I can now have this one faint, actually a vertical center line this way. Vertical center line, that's going to be like this. Okay, so now after that, so if this one is behaving like this one of yours, I can now just erase this one. Just erase this one. Okay, so Now they are saying what this radius is radius 120, isn't it? Radius 120. So if you say 120 divided by 2, you're getting your 60 drawing compass. Then you place it at 0, further extend it to 60, which is the half of 120. 60. There is my 60. So you can decide to mark this point R. Understand this point R. How did you go to this R? From here till here. Way from here till here. How did you go to even this point? This point is the center of this and that. Then you took it like this. Then this center of this point and this, we took it like that. Where they are perpendicular to each other. It is at an angle of 30 anti-clock and clock. Then we took it vertically up. So we recorded, we're told right from the given view that from here till here is what is 90, isn't it? After we got in the 90, then we then look at the thickness of it. We could see that it was 30. Then we divided the 30 into 2. So from here till here, half of 30. From here till here, half of 30. So the one that is up front, the one that we are relying on. So then once we got this 30, then we draw the center, then we draw the center. So where they are perpendicular to each other, that's when I'm saying is your point R. So place it at R, then mark, that's your 60. From here till here is 60. Then you strike an arc the side, 60. Then you strike an arc on the bottom one, 60. Then you strike an arc on the upper one, which is 60. You understand? Then from there, now I can do it now. I can simply take this point from here till here, just horizontal, which is that point, isn't it? Then flash it up to that other one. So that goes, understand? And the vertical one to this. So up until it crosses this line of yours, that goes. Then the last one from here, that goes. So you can actually see we've got a square now. We are now having a square. So the square, this number, this square point, so that we are not getting lost. So I'm going to say this is the square for this is the square, which is corner 1, corner 2. Then that goes is the center, that one. Corner 2 is the center. So here I have to further extend it just a little bit. Just a little bit. This, then that's going to be corner 3. Then after corner 3, that one, corner 4, then back to corner 1. Then from there, these corners, they've got their centers, isn't it? So I'm going to say this is center A, that one is center B. B3 to 4, there is a center which is center C. 4 back to 2.1, there is a center which is center D. So I'm having center A, B, C, D. So now I'll take my 30mm ruler and join the two in this opposite corner. You know this method. I've been preaching this method. So that is why now I don't explain why is it like that. So 1, 2, 3. So you can actually see is passing your point R. You understand? 1, 2, 3. Then from there, join the corner to center, center to corner, which is going to be 2 with your D, and then B with your 4. So now, what have we got? We are now having Roman figure points. So the time we join the two longest opposite corner, which is 1 and 3, then join corner to center, our longest opposite corner, it was cutted. So which is going to be Roman figure 1. Understand? So center to corner. That gives you a Roman figure 2, isn't it? So now I'll take my drawing compass. Remember the set is diameter, so which means we have to get it fully. So place it at Roman figure 1, further extended to A. Yeah, this is my A. So I'm supposed to be striking an arc from A to D. So that goes solid like this. And then to get the one that is opposite to this one, I'll be placing it at Roman figure 2. This is Roman figure 2, further extended to B. This is it, B to C. To close it, just a little bit. B to C. There it goes. Like this. Then after that, to close it this side, I'll place it at figure 4. Let me see. Is it going to reach there? Figure 4. A point 4 to A and B. Small. So take this one. 4 to B, which is 4. Place it at point 4. Further extended to A and B. So you draw. That goes. Draw it dark. Like this. Then now to close it down here, where you're going to place it at figure point 2 to close this side. Remember how to go to this one. Place it at point 4 to A and B, isn't it? So now to close it to this side, I can come and place it at point 2, further extended to C and D. So I have to adjust it. So now draw it dark. So there it goes. That goes like this. And just like this. So like as I've said at the beginning of the lesson, that you first try by all ways to get this shape. To get this shape exactly, you see exactly you see the shape of your front view way at this position, this side. That is why I even marked front view for you here. You understand? So we've already gotten that diameter of 120. However, inside it has got a hole. This is the hole throughout of a shape of a flat hexagon. A flat hexagon. So which means we have to draw the auxiliary of this hexagon, and then after we get it, then we record the dimension, we put them in our drawing. So it's up to us whether we finish it. Let's finish with it, put it at the end. For now, let's get rid of what we are. Let's get the thickness. That is why at the beginning of the lesson I told you that here and here, don't draw it dark for now. So now what's gonna follow is that put this aside. Okay, so let's get to the thickness of it. So how do you get the thickness of it? So I'm gonna draw a tangent. Remember, I double check your T-square, that is it always flashing on its junction when you're using a drawing board. When you're using a drawing table, your T-square must be always, you understand, it mustn't be like this. Mustn't be like this. It must be always, so that you don't flash it up. We are going to draw a line. In mathematics, they call this type of a line what? A tangent, going this direction. And when you're correctly enough, you are going to learn that when you are drawing this tangent, it's going to start exactly at that point of 1 and 3, exactly that one, just a little bit a faint, you understand, and then take your point B. Remember, point B is a center, So you draw it like such. So, and again you point what? Point A, which is the center as well. And then as well as a tangent below here, which is going to be exactly on top of that line of 3 and 1. Okay. So now we come back and be like, how did we draw this arc? How did we draw this arc? Let's ask ourselves, how did we draw this arc? Okay, let me. So like as I was saying that, how did you draw this arc of point A, B? Ask yourself that. Okay, I drew this arc of A, B, placing my drawing compass way at point 4. So the point 4 is the one that you're supposed to also construct it back, just a little bit back like this. Then after I've constructed this, then I come and read the what to call the thickness. The thickness, what is the thickness of it? The thickness is 30 millimeter. So you can actually see the thickness is what is 30 millimeter. So we're given that is 30 millimeter. So using scale 1:1. Then I'll come right from point 4 and record the 30 millimeter, which is from here. From here to right there. Understand? Then from here till here, that's the thickness of 30 millimeter. So now I come and record, ask myself again, how did I got this arc of AB? So okay, I was placing my drawing compass at point 4, further extended to A, and I got it like this, right? So now I'll come and place it where my 30 millimeter is ending, along this line. Remember, how did I draw this line? I drew it at this angle, 30 clockwise, isn't it? Then I recorded to the thickness. Then I come and place it where the the 30 is ending, which is this point. And remember, how did I draw it? I started here till here. So which means even this one is supposed to start here till there. You get it? So do it. Solid, dark. There it goes. Like this. So that's how you draw a parallel arc. You stick to your references. You understand? So, which means, where's this one? Where's this one? Where's this one? Where are my markers now? Okay. So, which means this one is going to be the A at the back now. The A at the back. So that one is going to be the point B that is at the back. You understand? So this is going to be now the point 4 at the back there. The point 4 is now at the back there. You understand? So from here till here, we are not going to have it solid. From here till here, going to have it solid. And then now you can actually see that there is something that's supposed to happen here. So you have to get another arc here that will be proud to this one. Then you come back and ask yourself again, where were you placing your drawing compass the time you drew this arc? Okay, I was placing my drawing compass at Roman figure 2. So which means it's the same Roman figure 2 that I have to construct it a little bit back, faint like this. There it goes. Then now I bring my drawing compass. Let me take the smaller. Where is it? Where is it? The small. And I come back to record. Be like, okay, I got this arc of AB, BC now, BC, by placing it at Roman figure 2 like this. So there it goes. Okay, I got it like this. Then now I have to take it a little bit back, with what? Remember what you did with your 4. From here to the 4 that is at the back is how much? Is the thickness that is given from the question, which they said is what a thickness of 30 millimeter. So I can come, just place it here so that you have first from here till here. Then now come and place it at Roman figure 2 and mark. So which means the Roman figure 2 that is at the back now, it will be right there, which is Roman figure 2 at the back. So now I know, have an idea that okay, I'll be placing my drawing compass here, further extend it to what, to point B. Let me double check again. Okay, yeah, I have to open it just a little bit. A, B to C. So now I'll place it here. There's my B. 2, once it touch this line, I stop. Then I draw it solid. Once it touch this line, I stop. I don't pass. You mustn't pass. Once it touch this line, I will then stop. So then have this line as what? As a little bit solid. You can actually sing. So that's how you go about it. The trick here is to be very accurate. You have to try by all means to be accurate. Okay, so what you did here, you're going to do it here. Ask yourself, how did you draw this arc? Okay, I was placing it at Roman figure 2, Roman figure 1 now. So it's the one that I'm gonna take it a little bit back. Then I come back and get the thickness again, which is 30 millimeter. Then come and place it at Roman figure 1 and mark there. So my Roman figure 1 is now a little bit back there. Just my Roman figure 1 there. Okay, so now I'll come and place my drawing compass at Roman figure 1. Further extend to A to record. Okay, I draw it like this. Now I'll come and place it here at Roman figure 1, that is at the back. Starting to draw it right from here. Once it touch the line, which is, we are saying it's a tangent, I will then stop like this. I will then stop. You get what I'm trying to say? Then from there, it should be a little bit of a straight line there, which is going to be something of this nature. So the trick, it was actually here. Understand? This is grade 11 in graphics and design as far as I'm concerned. So you can double check that we are given, like as I've explained at the beginning of the lesson, that double check we are having a hole. This hole is what is in the shape of a hexagon, flat hexagon, not across. If it was standing like this, we would have said across the flat hexagon, but then it's like this. So we'll have to draw the auxiliary of it. So a little bit up there, you have the whole space of drawing it, isn't it? So let's draw it here. Then after we drew it here, we take dimension to it. Okay, so you know how to draw a hexagon. You've got your own method, many method, whatever method you prefer, the quickest accurate method of drawing the hexagon. As long as it's a correct accurate hexagon, you know the properties of hexagon. So all the sides, they must be equal, and it's supposed to have 6 corners, 6 hex. Okay, so how am I gonna do it? The first is what, okay, I want to draw hexagon of 40 millimeter. So I'll simply take my drawing compass and open it to that 40. The 40 that they are talking about. Where is my 40? Is this one. This is the 40. What am I gonna do with the 40? I'll simply draw diameter 8. Because when it's like this, it's good as if I've just set the 40 is what? It's the radius. And then I'll draw the vertical center line. But I get some action. So that goes. Once I get there, take this one away. Okay, so I can simply get the horizontal center line of it. Okay, that's it. So now, since they set the it's what? It's a flat hexagon angle. So I'll rely on the horizontal. Just place my drawing compass here. This point. Further extend to the center. I strike an arc here. Strike an arc here. Come and do the same thing on this one. From here to here. Strike an arc here. Strike an arc there. So now I can have this one from here to the dark, from here to the dark, from here from here to right there, dark from here to right there, solid from here to right there, solid from here. Let me emphasize this point. Can I have your attention? Look, I've seen learners when they are now joining this point, and it's not my first time to address this. Please be careful. We firstly draw the diameter of that particular radius because we want to get what? We want to get a hexagon of 40. You understand? So when I come to your work, from here till here has to be the same as from here till here has to be the same. And the point that I want to emphasize, not to highlight, just to emphasize, is that I used to see students joining this with that, joining this with that. You understand? They will be just, sometimes they'll be even joining this with that. On which ground are you doing that? You don't do it like that. And remember, you are striking your arc. An arc, it can be, an arc doesn't have a dimension. Let me put it like that. An arc, this is an arc. An arc is actually giving you a point. An arc has to be bisecting with the second so that it gives you what? A point. So if you are joining here like this, I used to see learners doing like this. No, it's wrong. You see, now I'm even spoiling my life. It's wrong. On which ground? How long? What if I decided to stop this arc here? I decided to stop this arc here, which means we would have joined with that? No. You stick along within the circumference of the cycle. That is why you firstly draw the what to call the diameter. Then your points, they must be on top of the circumference of the cycle. You understand? That's how you do it. So I'll join this corner with that one, not this one with that. Understand? So join it. There it goes. This is our flat hexagon. Now let's see, is this 40? This is 40. So which means we are correct. You understand? Which means our hexagon is correct. And this one is the same as that one. Is this 40? This is my 0. There is my 40. Is this 40? There is 40. That's what I like about drawing. You can be able to mark yourself before you even submit your work to your teacher. You can be able to scrutinize to say, is this correct? As long as you know your grounds. Is this 40? Those must be the same as this one. That one is 40, my brother. You understand? So, which means our hexagon is correct. Because they said to draw a 40. They said to draw a 40. Okay? So now, let's come to our work. So from there, double check, what did we set? We said we are having an R. I try to whisper, not a, because I'm actually drawing it in the night, you understand? So now I said we have this R, right? So in our auxiliary, so that R, my brother, is going to be that one. So what are we going to do now? We are going to take the dimension of this and put them here. How? By using a drawing compass. Would be faster using your drawing compass. So come and place your drawing compass at point R. R, there by your auxiliary. From R to this point, because from here till here is the same as from here till here, so I can just place it in one side. Further, why am I saying is the same? Remember how to do. You firstly draw a cycle. You see that is the same, still the same, isn't it? From R to this point. Then remember that at your auxiliary you place it from here till this side, isn't it? So I'll come and place it from here, then I mark and I mark. You understand? So for the point, for the sake of better understanding, let's number our corners here. I'm going to say I am having a small letter A B, C, a D, E, F, right from the auxiliary, right from the auxiliary. So I'm having A, B, C, D, E, F in small letters and R. I've explained that this R is the same as that one, you understand? So if I place my drawing compass from R to D, so that we don't say that point, no, I'm talking about that point, not that one. Let's give them names, so that I'll be saying R to a small letter D. So R to a small letter D is the same as from R to small letter what? A, and it. So now move from R to small letter D, which means in our solution, our small letter D is now right there. I am getting it there. And from R to small letter D is the same as R from small letter A, which is small letter A, A, right there. Okay, so now come back to your auxiliary, place your drawing compass from R to the height of your hexagon, flat hexagon, which is that one. You understand? So now, without disturbing your drawing compass, come. Place it at your R vertical angle. You mark it here. You mark it right there. You mark it here vertically on your line, on your vertical center line of DB. So remember, this is that one, this is that one. Okay, then after I've gotten that, I'll then just have a constructional line again. That's going to be like this, constructional line, and another one that's going to be, don't be confused by your own work, by your own lines. Treat them one by one, point by point. Okay, so from there, what are you going to do? Come back to your auxiliary. So it means everything revolves or lies within your auxiliary. Should you throw your auxiliary out of order, what you're going to draw here is already out of order. You understand? So now, come back. You remember, you open it from R to that point, isn't it? So now place it at this point, which is your center of BC, same as center of EF. So there it goes. Why? Because of when you put your vertical constructional line like this, there it goes. You can see that they're actually in the very same, you know, these moves, they're actually in the very same line, actually in the very same line. So I'm simply saying place it here to B. This is it. Or you can place it here to F or here to E. I understand. So now come to your drawing. So I will place it at that point. Then I mark here and I mark there. So that's going to be my small letter B. That's going to be my small letter C. You understand? So I'll do the same thing even down there, my brother. So I just mark here. Khona ngizothola ubani ke ngithola u-E lapha, ngiphinde ngizothola uba ngapha ngizothola u-F okuyena ogcina. Okay, so from there, my guy, what do you do then? I'll just take my 30mm ruler and have this line, 30mm ruler. I'm joining A, small letter A with the B, solid. So there it goes, solid. Then from there, I join point B. This one you can even use your set squares to C, solid. And then I join C to D. Then I join D to E. Then I join E. E to F. Then I join F back to point A. This is it. Are we done? Not yet. Not yet. We are not done. However, you still have to show the thickness, isn't it? Remember that it has got a thickness and the caution. And the caution, the set is what? Ask yourself, what is those hidden details there? What are those hidden details there? What are those hidden details there? So they shows they actually tallies with what? With that line. The bottom one tallies with that. So it shows that it's a hole going through. So how do you get that? Let's see. So I'm going to take point there, point E, just a little bit, point D, just a little bit, point F is impossible, point A is impossible. We're talking about of which the question they said do not express or do not show the what? The hidden details. So I'll come and get the thickness now. The thickness of which is that one, which is 30. If you have forgotten it, you can still go back to your 30mm ruler. This is it. Then I'll come and place it at E. Then I mark. Then I come and place it at D. Then I mark. You understand? So this one EF is impossible. So now I will then draw it from E to that point of mine. So which means this is going to be the point E that is at the back. This is E at the back. So point D till at that ending right here. So that's going to be our point D at the back. Are we together? So I can join this E at the back with D at the back. You understand? So from E to the F that is not visible, it will be just a line at 30 degrees anti-clockwise that is parallel to this one. You understand? So this center, it will be now right there. It's not even, there is no need even for us to draw it. Okay, are we done? So it will be, there will be another line that will be a little bit parallel to this one. So you can just use both of your set squares. Squares like this. You know this method most. I'll come and record the straight line of CB like this. Then I hold this one steady. Then I'll be flashing this one along till at that point that I'm looking for, because it's supposed to be parallel, isn't it? So that I can have it solid like this. Simple, eh? Just a little bit like that. I think what was a trick I've already gotten into. Okay, are we done? Are we done? At the beginning of the lesson, I said this one for now, don't draw it dark. This one for now, don't draw it dark. You can actually see what there will be some lines that there will be at the back there. So let's finish faster. So we are given the thickness of it. Double check it. The thickness of it is what? Is 20, isn't it? The 20. You can actually talk as you can see it is 20. Eh? So to get that 20 nicely, come and record it right from your left view. From the left view, 20 divided by 2. I'm going to get it right there. Yes. So it's going to be 10 and 10, isn't it? Once I get that 10, I will then take it. There goes faint. That goes faint. Okay. So come and double check on its front. On its front is what? Is 30. On its front is what? Is 30. So from here till here is 30. So 30 divided by 2. I'm going to say what? 15 this side. Where are we? Right there. 15 this side and 15 this other side. Where is my 30, which is from here till right here. You see what else I'm recording? I'm also drawing. You understand? Then after I've gotten like this, and then I'll then have this one solid from here till there. This one is not going to be solid. It will be a constructional line, isn't it? And from there, it's gonna go up to right there. It's gonna go up to right there. As much as you can see it clearly is going up from here till there. is going up from here till there, tiptokas, you understand? So even this one is gonna go up to right there. So then I can now come and finish what I've been saying. Is this one going to be finished here? How is it going to be finished? So it's going to go till at that point, isn't it? So which means this side it can go to such an extent. So are we done now? So as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, we are done. So I'm sorry guys, I couldn't manage to have a printout of this one. That is why I'm using my smart stupid cell phone here. You understand, tiktokers? This is what we're given, then this is the solution. So thank you very much guys for watching. That was me, Mr. Nkosi, for Engineering Graphics and Design. We were busy with this isometric grade 11, if I'm not mistaken. So it was being sent by one of you guys. I think you guys were 11, not 11, you were 7, which you asked me of the very same problem. 7. The last guy, the last lady was on Friday. So I think I've answered your question. So see you later. Please don't forget to like the video you're watching and subscribe for more videos to be uploaded. Bye, donkey.